So it's 2020, and of course there's a lot of excitement around DarkFEST. We're here once again in Vierberg, just outside of Stellenbosch, and here we have the man, Theo Erlangson. He is faster, he is stronger, but he's going to need it, because from what we've seen of this line, it's definitely faster, it's definitely bigger, and it's going to make the hair in the back of your neck stand up. Welcome to another course preview of DarkFEST 2.0. Theo, always a pleasure to have you on the show. Have you gotten a bit taller there, right?
Yeah, no, we just sorted out the groundwork so that you were a bit lower down, Mr. Tall Man.
It works for me, it works for me. So yeah, as we said there on the intro, you're definitely faster, you're definitely stronger. Good story. But you've come a long way since last year. Of course, DarkFEST was a big jump for you. You were over racing the DH series. You've got to be feeling pretty good coming into this one.
Yeah, so I'd like to say that I'm 2 years in and I've got it all covered, but I'm still, and was still, really making mistakes in my pants. These jumps are no joke. Every year, it's still so gnarly. So yeah, DarkFEST was good. I'm way better than as a rider now this year. But these jumps still demand full respect.
Completely. I mean, driving in here again, you're obviously in the car. Coming back here and seeing the scale with your own eyeballs, these video cameras do not do it justice. So to the layman, and looking at this trail now and footage that might have been put out there already, it probably doesn't look like much has changed. But really, if you take a closer look, a lot has changed. Can you take us to the top of the track and talk us through what it looks like up front there?
Yeah. So a lot of it is kind of the same, but we've just made good tweaks. Every year you find out from the riding the previous year and you can tweak it and make it a little bit better. The top shark fins have stayed pretty much the same. The winter rain wasn't too bad on them, so those are pretty all good. We kind of just pull the bushes out of them and they're pretty good. From there, the shark fin launches you into the 90-footer run-in. That had a lot of erosion damage this year. Basically we had to clean up that whole thing there. 90-footer is looking even juicier than ever before. I think the lip each year gets a little bit better. First year it was a little bit kicky. This year I think it's, I know it's actually a lot better. I hit it this morning. So the 90-foot lip is juicy. Landing is the same. That's just been refurbished, made look really nice. And then
yeah, it moves into what looks like one of the bigger changes on the course.
Yeah, so we've taken the twisty wizard and now we've turned it into the opposite shark fin. Basically, that is now a flat takeoff into a shark fin landing. Quite unusual. Usually it's the opposite way around. And basically that means that you can go off the left and go high into the shark fin landing, or you can go from the right of the face, transfer and hit the end of the shark fin. That's quite a technical feature, new, and a lot of riders actually struggle with that because it's super technical.
Do you G out in that kind of scenario?
Yeah, you get a big oof as you hit that thing, because basically you go over a little ridge and then you punch the side. It's basically just like an air burn and you hit the top of it.
Amazing. And then you confronted what is no doubt your first wall of the day. I mean, this hip, every time you look at it, you're like, oh my god.
Yeah, so you basically kind of focusing on the 90-footer, and then as soon as you land that, you're kind of stoked on that, do the twisty wizard, and then as you land in that, you're basically concentrating on that, and then bang, that hip is there. That's got even more juice this year. I actually had a bit of a whoopsie this morning because I was trying to push through it, but that lip, if you want, the landing looks right there, but you have to pull back and go really high to get the height and distance to get there. That's actually super technical. Don't want to go too deep on that because then you land super flat. We've steepened up the landing this year a little bit so that you can go bigger without such a slam every time you land. So that's looking juicy as ever. That's probably one of my favorite jumps on the course. Once you get the flow of it, you can crank some big airs there, so that's super fun.
So guys struggled with that last year, and we talk about the landing on that. It's crucial to get it right because you've almost got a lily pad to road gap to heading into a massive step up.
Yeah, so especially if you're trying tricks, if you land that really badly, it's not much of a run off, oh I'm just going to chill, because you've literally got a lily pad and you've got to go across the road, which is by most people's standards a fairly large road gap. So you got to get that lily pad good. From there down into the run-in for the step up, and as fast as you can go, tuck aggressively into that thing. and that lip of the step up has now been a little bit steeper, a little bit higher, and now that thing's full of juice. You can go really, really big on that. Almost use goes that as fast as you can in there, and you won't over jump. There will be some insane tricks there this year. There's a lot of guys who are coming who are going to blow some minds there.
Awesome. Well, there again, you're landing and you're back into action. You're driving up here now, looking at that, thinking, how on earth is that even humanly possible?
Yeah.
And from there, you've got arguably two of the biggest features that still remain.
There you are, really in the action from that point. Yeah, you land that. Then there's a new shark fin line that you can shark fin into the step down. Also just the flat usual line from last year. So basically maybe like a big step down, land that at about 500 kilometers an hour, hit like a 15 meter, I don't know distance, but a really long and low. And you're going so fast. From there, you have to go as fast as humanly possible into the rocket launcher. Anything less and you will go into the back of it. And the rocket launcher is one of the nicest lips ever made. It looks like a wall, but when you're going up, it just lifts you up and pops you in the air. And we'll probably see some gigantic whips on that this year. Bump jump is just perfect for whips. It's a little bit to the right, and most people whip to the right. And that's going to be really cool. And the newest feature that they spent about 7 days piling out of nothing. It was just land, and they've just piled like a mountain there. It looked like we were mining diamonds. And now that is it's called the double rocket launcher, and that's probably the biggest 4-pack in the world at the moment. And Nico Vink's still the only person to hit the last one. Yeah, this is probably the two of the biggest jumps in the world.
Well, as South Africans, I don't think we realize how cool it is to have this level of rider here in South Africa and this kind of trail essentially on our doorstep. If you want to get tickets, check in the description below. We'll put all the details there. And if you're going to get here, you want to get here pretty early?
Super early. These jumps have to be like the most insane dead still wind to ride, because they're obviously so big. So usually we're always up here by like 7 in the morning. We'll maybe do a bit of a step up session. If we can see the wind is good, we'll go straight into 90. But usually, even if the wind is good, you can only ride these jumps for maybe 2-3 hours. Mentally, it's super draining to be like using that much adrenaline for like 3 hours. So get here as early as you can in the morning. It'll be a crazy session. Hopefully we can ride the whole line. From there, have a beer, do some riding, go to Stellenbosch, and then hopefully we'll kick off with a huge afternoon session. But I urge you, these are the most insane jumps in the world. Unquestionably, I've been to Belgium, I've been to places. These jumps are insane. We don't understand how lucky we are that we have these in Stellenbosch.
Yeah, absolutely. So come and check it out, folks. It's certainly going to be worth your while. So good luck.
I need it.
Don't keep your wheels on the ground. And thanks for tuning into this episode of All Right, ladies and gents. We hope to see you soon. Keep well.